Like all of our episodes somehow start with Dre like
So you just get
something. Yeah, getting prepared.
Marijuana, something I also think everybody should try.
I think that is
We definitely a good.
I think that's a good gateway drug into our LSD talk we were just having.
Yeah, I think the stigma is
Good
dumb.
ass weed too, right there.
Um,
Put me in the game with that too,
one
right
of these
quick.
two. So we're getting there, but we're back for another episode of Live in the Record Room.
We in?
And we were just having a conversation about ending the Israeli and Palestinian conflict by consciously
They got deep to
dosing
the motherfucker.
everybody in the Middle East.
Well,
You know,
what?
Just ending
This
1,000
LSD?
Yeah,
over 1,000-year war over
over religion.
LSD.
Yeah. Yes. Albert Hoffman ends a 10,000-year war. A
Albert
2,000-year war.
Let's just bicycle trip them.
Man.
But you're right. We would have to let everybody know because it could turn into an MK Ultra situation.
Oh
where-
yeah, they already think that each other is the devil. So
Yeah, what a weird thing. But substances, psychedelics like that, meditation, whatever, states of mind, altered states of consciousness that come to fruition from mushrooms, LSD, make you realize how silly that shit is.
I'll
Like
tell you what it is.
fighting over a piece of land, or seeing like maybe the difference instead of just realizing.
Why
that,
the fuck
that-
do you gotta have LSD to see that though?
I'm saying it is one tool. That's why I included meditation. But
Acid's
obviously,
awesome.
people, acid is awesome. It's life changing.
some people so stuck in their ways that they might need a little push, and I think marijuana is an excellent push to just make people just like loosen up, chill out.
One,
But I say LSD will open your eyes. You know what I mean?
they just put you in a whole new spectrum.
Like, yeah, you literally see things.
Yeah.
So you gonna be forced to see things differently. Your whole perspective on everything changes. Like,
That's very true.
and I take LSD.
So then you just experiment with life when you're doing that.
Kinda. And I take LSD not for the high that you get when you're peaking, but for the state of mind that it puts you in when you coming down. It's euphoric. Your mind is open. Shit is clear. You start thinking about things
That you don't usually think of.
I even was like, man, I was mad at somebody coming down. I'm like, that shit was so dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you gotta understand though, you can do that shit sober too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but like I said, people just be stuck in their ways, and then like life and shit to happen where
It
you're
does.
stuck in the go to work, come home, go to work, come home.
Exactly, yeah.
You
Little
need-
shit like that.
and you can't just take a vacation.
right.
You can't just say fuck it.
So you know what you do?
you could just take a
Take
little mini
acid.
trip
You take a vacation in your head.
in your
That-
head.
that's
And
it.
just be you.
That's what
exactly.
it is.
That's what it is.
But
it
you ain't
opens
gotta
your
use
mind's
no,
eyes.
you ain't gotta do no drugs to do that though. I'm trying to tell y'all that. I know what y'all just try to go to.
Yeah. Well,
I
no,
mean,
the
now
thing
you
is,
are right, and that's what
It's
what
like
the Buddhists
motherfuckers, like
call
people
cracking
at
your
work and shit, bro.
Kundalini.
what was the book called?
They crack the Kundalini when you just meditate so hard that
Yeah.
you get that same high from LSD
Correct.
without taking it. But niggas ain't. I don't know nobody that could do that.
I do it.
So I could pay $5.
Now you know
and
me.
do that.
Now you know me. That's what I do.
Oh,
Dre, you
man.
need some acid, man.
If you
for
crack
real.
your Kundalini,
you would be on the
floating.
ground, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a
So
whole
I
different
have
thing.
a couple things to say about all of this. One, you can get there without the drug.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, when I was, and I'm not saying I did, but when I was 16, 17, I was taking acid. Very young age, I was eating mushrooms, even younger than that. But I came across a Tool quote. Mater James Keenan said, I think everyone should take acid once or twice in their life, and then they should spend the next 10 years of their life getting there without the drug.
Yeah.
Meaning using meditation.
So you could
you
at
know,
least see
Kundalini
what you're
techniques.
missing out on.
Correct.
So you know.
Exactly.
So from, I'd say 17, 18 to 23 in my life, I was completely sober, vegan, and it wasn't like sober because I was on drugs. I was just like, I wanted to take that quote to heart.
Different situations.
I wanted to just alter my state of consciousness and take a mind's vacation
The
without
thing
the
is,
drug.
look, you saying that, I had a drug on life though. When I down there was about to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? For robbing and shit. So I'm like, damn. That's how my man woke up. I ain't had to take the drug. You feel me?
Yeah, you're
That's
still
what
going to take
I'm,
it. though.
I'm trying to get into that though.
It's
I
really
know.
hard to have
That-
the conversation
that is
because you
different,
haven't
though.
taken it.
Man,
That's
I did what you
because-
saying.
That's
Yeah.
because you was in a situation and the situation calls for you to wake up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about actually from the heart, just being like, this is wrong. Like not I'm about to stop because I'm about to get caught. I'm about to stop because this is wrong, and I'm fucking the world up.
It's a conscious
by
decision.
Bad
That's
energy
huge.
out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's deeper. It's deeper than just like, man, I grew up. Like, it's like I'm doing this for a reason. You know what I mean?
It's a sacrament.
We're not
in a way.
forced to do it.
Yeah.
We just doing it because you know why.
Also, I do like what you said though, Dre, because a lot of times, like when people are, this experience we're trying to describe is a bit ineffable. It's not just because of LSD. Near-death experiences or traumatic experiences or major life changes do activate the exact same chemicals, that dimethyltryptamine that's in your pineal gland. You get that shock of like, oh, fuck, like I'm out of my body a little bit. I'm making shifts. I'm leveling up in the consciousness game.
Right.
So like there's no argument to say that you haven't tasted, what we're talking about, but the acceleration process of taking psychedelics as a sacrament in order to elevate your consciousness or open your heart or become a better person. Like I know people who do it twice a year just to do that.
They
and
just experiment
just to
with
reset the button
it's
and
a reset
check.
button.
And like it's like a spring cleaning mentally for them where they're like,
hey,
man, this isn't a
it's
big
deep to
deal.
what the fuck y'all talking about?
It's super deep, but also what you said is true. But then to make the conscious decision to do it, not because you're being forced to, is like, that could level up society to a whole different.
Hey, you think the whole society should try this shit, huh?
Yeah, I think everybody should do
I
it
think that's what they were
once.
trying to do in the 60s with Timothy Leary and Ram Dass or Richard Alpert and
It
Alan Watts.
unprograms you. Even if you have a bad trip, you needed to have that trip.
Yeah.
Like if you have a phobia or something and
Yep.
you have a trip and you
can confront it.
You think that spiders is all over you, that is going to be a terrible experience for you. But after that, it's going to be like, huh, I'm not scared of spiders no more.
That's probably why you watch horror movies on acid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing can scare
Just
me.
making you a superhuman.
Nothing can
It's
scare
crazy,
me no more.
bro.
That boy Chris, like, man, I'm so fucking scared. Let me just get fucked up and see
So
what the
many
fuck
people
gonna
have-
happen if I just be relaxed.
You know what though? Like, why can't that fit into the level of like MDMA research of them using it with soldiers that have PTSD? Like in a clinical setting, it's the same thing where you can reset or upgrade your mind. Like I know a guy, Robert Anton Wilson, one of my favorite authors. He used to take LSD and he would lock himself in his bedroom and he would listen to self-help tapes and just be like, I am loved, I am powerful, like I am good. And he just called it reprogramming, like exactly what you were just hinting at of just like when you're in that vulnerable state, whether it's through diet or meditation and you're putting in the years or you take the drug and you get there, you can reprogram your consciousness to where you come out a different person. And you're like, okay, so then all of a sudden you get rid of all this repressed trauma and bullshit. And then you really do believe you're good and you're powerful. And like, it can just accelerate things in your life. And
people don't realize karma is real. Like when you do good shit happen to you. Then when you subconsciously doing good shit without even thinking about, all right, I'm gonna do my good deed for the day. You just doing that shit, then good shit just go keep coming to you constantly. I'm telling you, it's great.
I think it's too like,
Hey, y'all got real deep, real early, huh?
that's great. It's going to be real hard to get back to
And
Travis
when-
Scott from here, but I like
we
it
can
up
loop
here.
We can loop it in because, all right, let's loop it in like this: the Travis Scott tragedy. Okay. Lots of people was on drugs at that show. That may have had influence on how things was handled.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude.
I can see.
You get what I'm saying?
Music festivals, people take all kinds of
All
substances.
types of drugs. This is where people really experiment with drugs.
Right, but how is this his fault though?
All right,
Ooh,
let me
yeah.
tell
Now
you
we're getting
why.
into the
I'm gonna tell you why Travis Scott
ethics of this.
is
Liable.
is responsible and liable for everything that happened. Okay, one, it's AstroWRLD Festival. It's his festival. He put it together. That means everybody from the niggas selling hot dogs to security was hired by him. Anything?
No, they wasn't
security
hired
do?
by him.
Everybody.
So
This
he
is
just
his
came up,
festival.
hey,
He
he's selling
got
hot dogs.
people to take care of that shit, but He had to hire everybody that worked the scene.
I know, but how is it his fault that these people died?
Because it's called inciting a riot. He went to jail for this before in another city. He wants the crowd to go crazy. He wants to be a rock star. I feel as if he was getting off on the chaos.
They know who the fuck they going to see, though.
But he is a hip hop artist. Hip hop crowds don't know what the fuck a mosh pit is. They don't know the rules of a mosh pit. Nuck if you buck is a different thing. Like niggas get to knucking and bucking. It's not a mosh pit. It's a fucking riot. Yeah. You know what I mean? He had people that wasn't used to the type of environment. People was getting trampled.
But you gotta understand, that's what the world pushing.
I said, man, he needs
to know
how to.
Now people about to know. He'll pay for the shit, but now people about to know. Like, this is what you really. You know what I'm saying?
Some kid jumped on stage and was like, "Stop the music."
Yeah, I saw that
people are
too.
dying. He was like, "What? Turn that shit back up."
You missing what I'm trying to tell you.
What?
That's what the world pushing.
What do you mean pushing?
That evil ass shit. They know what they going to see.
So who's the ringleader of that?
Travis Scott was, but these people know what they going to see.
Yeah, but people don't go to a concert.
So it's not his fault that they died.
Listen, I can see both sides.
That's like somebody going to Boosie concert and that bitch getting shot up. Who fought now? That's Boosie fought?
No, that's a different thing.
It is different.
No, it's the same.
No, because Travis Scott incited it.
How did he incite the crowd?
What did he say?
He refused to stop playing music when there was ambulances in the middle of the crowd trying to revive people.
There were people dancing on top of the ambulance.
And
it's
the crowd that's there,
and he said stop, like, hey, fuck what they doing.
No, that's
somebody to keep this shit going.
He literally said
that's super
and
crazy.
That's crazy though. That nigga Boosie did the same shit.
Yeah,
it's Flying Lotus did the same thing.
But
at the concert I went to at Lollapalooza, they had a paramedics running through the crowd. He kept the music going.
So what? So it's his fault for that, huh?
No, I think there's a blurred line. I mean, obviously you can say that it's not, and you can say that it is. I'm somewhere in between. Like, did he kill those people? No. But did he do the right thing in that moment? No, he didn't.
What the fuck is he supposed to do?
Stop the music.
He's an icon and a superstar.
Stop
and
the music.
He's in control
so if he
of the situation.
Stopped the music, then what would have happened?
They could have got to those people. Moving. He might have saved a life.
Yeah, right.
People would have stopped moving.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Well, okay, now I see where you're getting it at.
Yeah.
But how do you know that he really seen that happen?
Because I seen the videos.
Yeah.
It's an ambulance.
I'm talking about from his perspective, though. He on the stage looking. Because what if he like, they going crazy?
What would you do if
you would stop?
If you was performing and you look out and in the middle of the crowd it's an ambulance
and you have people yelling,
I definitely
stop.
Say something, but I ain't seen no video like that.
Oh, I seen it.
I did too.
He looked bold. He looked bad in the video.
If it's some shit like that, they come out. Like if the paramedics came over, I'm rapping. Oh, everybody turned up. And I see the what the hey,
exactly.
What the fuck going on out there?
He on stage saying shit like, I hear y'all in the back, and then you look at the back, and it's like 3 ambulances over there. Like,
I definitely would have said something,
right?
But I didn't see.
I'm not sure if he's liable. That's really what happened. Legally.
If he did that, he definitely in the wrong. If he like, hey, you motherfuckers, get the fuck out the way. I'm saying though, did he do that?
No.
You know what he did? He brought Drake out and shit got wilder because he brought Drake out.
I just saw an article that just got posted a couple hours ago. Drake is now being sued as well because he was part of the song while that was all going on.
I truly believe from watching those videos that
shit crazy with the
he was getting off on the chaos. He was looking like, look how crazy this shit look. I did this.
Yeah, this is going to go viral.
Here to see me. Look at this sea of people. I'm about to make this shit go crazy. They never going to forget this.
I don't like
evil as fuck for doing that bullshit.
He went too far.
He went too far, man. And I don't like
that's ego.
I don't like the idea of like connecting someone's lyrics and music to their personal behavior, like the Marilyn Manson Columbine thing. Maybe he's not a great example. Like Travis Scott makes violent music. That doesn't mean that 8 people need to die.
I don't think of violent music and then think of Travis Scott though.
No. I'm saying he makes violent music.
Violent music and street violence, but he definitely
He wants that hype,
he make brain violence,
hardcore. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
He make that demonic violence
until 8 people die. There's nothing wrong with it until 8 people die.
He make that real violence.
Right, yeah, and it's like
that's violence than a motherfucker.
The 8 people that's dead don't got shit to do with.
He corrupting the whole fucking world when he do that type of shit.
It's fucking about how his venue was. First of all, in the middle of a pandemic, how the hell you get 500,000 people in one place anyway?
Yeah.
First of all, you know what I'm saying?
The damning factor here for me is that he didn't stop the show when he saw the ambulances, and that there were people crawling on stage. I think, and this is just our perception, from my take, he was enjoying the revelry and the chaos, and obviously didn't know 8 people were dead, but could assume that people were hurt.
Yeah, he was just
dying.
he was enjoying himself doing the show, not understanding what the fuck is going on.
Or
So-
now he waking up like, oh fuck.
So as
people really fucking died at my show.
correct,
He probably scared as hell.
now he's in hot shit, like hot water. It's not good. But
Speaking of that shit, man, how the fuck the nigga Elpo die?
like he should have died in the streets with his dick in the cement like a fucking rat. Fuck Alpo. I hope the same thing happened to White Boy
shit.
Rick too when he get out his
does.
bitch ass.
that's some crazy.
He already
shit.
got
Yeah,
out.
he's out.
Yeah, they should, I don't know why
He started
he's
a
still
weed
breathing.
strain, bro.
Well, he should.
Royce
why he
Royce
gotta
was
get
supposed
killed?
to play his show.
So you happy Elpo died, bro?
He's a snitch.
Damn.
But why did he have to die though? Like,
He's a
why you
hoe.
happy that he died? A lot of
Did you
niggas.
see the movie?
Yeah,
Fuck him. He a
Yeah.
bitch.
Man. Yeah, I mean,
that's my whole
this is
perspective
crazy,
right there.
too.
Like, why is people?
Dame
people
Dash
really
said
was
that he
celebrating
might
that this
make
nigga
a-
died, bro.
It's like what
Good.
Maul was saying, like celebrating death is
It was weird, bro. I never seen that before.
I'm
Like,
always gonna pop a bottle when the rat die.
but that's
fuck
the
them
first
niggas.
rat that ever was known to die.
Hell no.
No, there's
Frank
plenty.
Lucas was a rat too.
Did he die yet?
I think so.
No, he not.
There's a lot of
He's
people.
old as hell.
But he's still
he
living.
better be dead.
How about Whitey Bulger?
So you talking
Whitey was
about
the biggest rat.
That's what I'm saying. There's plenty. There's plenty
man?
of stories
Y'all
of
missing the
rats dying.
concept of what I'm saying. Why was motherfuckers congratulating because this nigga died? Like
Because he
it's a
was a
whole nother
rat.
concept of that.
Because a lot of people got
People
fucked
don't like
over
snitches.
behind
Yeah.
the fact that he did what he did.
It's still crazy to the motherfucker though.
I don't think he should have gone back to Harlem. I think he was like wrong. I think he was asking for trouble by like coming through and parading into
right.
the area in which he caused so much damage. Like it might have been a while ago, but the streets didn't forget, and like it's immortalized in the movie Paid in Full.
Okay, yeah.
Dame
Cameron
Dash
did a
said he
great
gonna
job
make a,
making him a
Pay the
hateable
Full
character.
too.
That's exactly why he died. I'm just saying though.
Yeah. Would you watch a Paid in Full too? Yeah.
Just whether or not like it's right to celebrate the death of somebody who's caused so much pain through snitching.
Something's supposed
Honestly.
to happen to him.
Yeah, like
Something's supposed
He
to happen
caused
to him.
pain through snitching, Jack.
just pain through his life, you know, like obviously that ricocheted back to him, and it could be, and I'm not trying to say it's a karma
Bro,
thing.
the nigga definitely supposed to got killed. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to tell you. He
That's what-
definitely supposed to got killed, but why is nations celebrating about this shit?
I'll tell you why. Because the movie Paid in Full is a classic. Hundreds of millions of people have watched that movie. We get collectively and culturally invested in our stories and our myths.
Right.
And that's a modern day tale. It's
So
a
everybody
story.
like, damn.
Even if you're
Yeah,
looking at it just like the
Cameron
movie.
made
you
that
just
amazing.
explained it, bro. You explained it exactly why people are happy now.
Yeah. That's why. Because we
That's
get
why they happy, because they got to experience that shit on film.
exactly
Like,
vicariously.
we know. So guess what that shit about to prove to a lot of niggas that read it? Oh shit, maybe my day is coming now.
Yeah, it might be like a.
I
and
feel like
there's the
every
moral of
snitch
the
should
lesson.
feel like that anyway.
Not even just snitches, just motherfuckers that do whole shit.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, for sure.
You hear me?
Yeah.
That's what that's about to prove to motherfuckers.
And I feel like Rory kind of touched on that. He was like, it felt like the resolution of the story that we were all waiting for. Like being invested into the story as a civilian on the outside. Like that's the ending or the moral lesson that you want to see. The bad guy, the person who did wrong, gets punished.
Unless you white, like white boy Rick, get his own motherfucking movie and his own fucking strand of weed, like
dog,
this
you
bitch
just ruined the
ass.
whole situation.
No,
man,
that
fuck
just
white
happened.
boy Rick. He did the same thing Alpo did, probably worse. He deserved to die too.
That's
Fuck
great.
him.
He just got out recently.
He
and
out and he enjoying life. They made a movie about this bitch. All that
Damn.
shit.
Why do we deserve to
and
die
they-
though?
he just had a. He
We
has a,
don't have Maserati Rick no more because of him. The East Side look like the way the East Side do because of him. He
Yeah.
fucked up everything.
His story
when he
to me-
snitched on all the people, them families lost their money. People houses got lost.
Do you,
Man,
do you
fuck
think that
him.
there's any element of like a lessening the blame, so to speak, because he was a child that was warped by the federal government? Like, I'm just asking.
Alpo was a kid too. He was 17. Them niggas was young too. Everybody was young. But shit, I knew what the fuck I was doing when I was 17.
He was 14.
Oh, whatever.
And I'm not saying like it excuses anything. I'm just saying White Boy Rick's case, he was recruited by them at a very early age, played both sides, got fucked by both sides. And I'm not a huge fan of his, but I'm just saying, like, you have to think of a young man's mind being warped.
Right.
And then his identity's fractured. You know, like.
But look, Josh, this is why I don't feel no type of, I don't show him no fucking sympathy. Because if you know about Detroit history, YBI was Young Boys Incorporated, right?
Who you think getting sympathy?
No, I'm not giving him no sympathy. White Boy Rick get all the sympathy. He
Who the
got
fuck
a movie.
giving that nigga sympathy?
No, that's what
They
we're
gave
talking
him a
about.
movie.
That's not sympathy.
Yes, it is. They want you to
It's
feel
reflected.
bad that he was a young kid.
Oh, that's what the movie was about, you trying to say.
That's what I just brought up to
but
Chris. And he's responding to it.
YBI was Young Boys Incorporated. They was called that because they were using young boys to set hits. Ain't nobody showing them young boys no fucking sympathy. How many years you think they got? They gonna die in there.
Yeah.
Like,
So they really showing this boy sympathy?
He's a superstar. He got his own.
The sympathy is implied because he has a weed strain.
Eminem is playing them on BMF.
Yeah, he's
people trying to be cool.
Okay, so it's deeper than what the fuck I thought it was.
He's becoming like idolized a little bit.
Hey, this that LSD talk. I see what it is now.
It's just deep.
I don't fuck with him, bro.
Like I was on the level like I'm not fucking with him, but y'all just went way lower. Like, oh yeah,
because I know.
They even loving this
I'm from Detroit.
Huh?
I know.
People love him.
I know the stories, and it's stories about young black niggas that didn't have way worse than White Boy Rick, and they don't show them niggas no love.
Yeah.
Kurt McGurk been trying to get out of jail since the 90s. He's still in there. He'll never get pardoned.
And there could absolutely
so they
be a
show White
reason
Boy Rick this love because he white.
Because of the first part of his name, White Boy.
What you think?
Yeah, I think there's absolutely an argument for that, and an element of like,
ain't nobody about to gun him down like Alpo did.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ain't no talent.
You know, and you know what? He does have a weed strain, and he is being like, Royce was supposed to play his show or his weed event. Dan Tillery, local musician, actually a friend of mine, performed there because he's like a resident musician for MGM Detroit. And White Boy Rick had his private party for his MGM or his weed strain at MGM Detroit 2-3 weeks ago. Royce didn't show up. He just was like, I'm late, played like a song or whatever. But he is like accepted by the mainstream.
You know who else from Michigan is a fucking rat?
Who?
Tim the Tool-Man Taylor.
You too. You guys both said it at the same time.
Man Taylor. You know how much cocaine he got caught with and didn't do no time? Yeah, he got a price on his head. That boy is a whole hamburger out here.
Yep.
So definitely gonna get dealt with.
What does this say though? Like, let's tie it back a little bit. Like with the Travis Scott thing, Alpo, White Boy Rick, even into the LSD conversation. What does it say about who we're glorifying, like culturally? You know, like who are our leaders? Like who are these people that are leading the generations?
All right, so with the Alpo and shit, and the White Boy Rick shit, it's just codes that we was raised on. You do not violate those codes. It's because the hood is a community that ain't really got the same type of protection as the suburbs and shit like that. So we got to look out for each other. So we got to live by the laws that's unwritten. And that nigga broke all of those, and it's like prices you got to pay. You know what I mean?
It is.
And ain't nobody calling the police because that's one of the codes. We don't call the police. We deal with it ourselves. You know what I mean? That's just hood politics. That's how that shit go. And what it says as to like who we are and what we are putting on the pedestal is just like, I don't know. I feel like it's just, we got to have some type of law and governing. We can't just be out here all willy-nilly. We can't just be out here just, everything is okay. Like, no, everything not okay. It's like real shit. Like if you want to be in a biker gang, I know a lot of people in gangs and I know people in biker gangs. They do not play that pedophile shit. Nope. If they find out that you on a list somewhere, you can't. You not only can you not be in the game, but they gonna fuck you up. It's certain, and you know what?
That should be that.
Yeah. We
that's
need
law
shit like
a
that.
motherfucker.
It's universal
because the police don't do that. You know what I mean?
Like even if somebody was in my group on some shit like that, like just around me, period.
Yeah.
talking to me. Like
The
I wouldn't even
system is
like
flawed.
that shit.
Right.
The system is flawed at the end of the day, and we got loopholes to put in place to take care of what need to be taken care of. Because in America, you can go to jail for years and years and years and lose on your whole life for getting caught with drugs until the government decide that they want to make money off drugs. So they making money off some shit that you in jail for. The system is flawed, man.
Absolutely.
And until then, the hood don't want to see shit slip through the cracks. You put somebody in jail and ruin somebody's life, and you just out here good. We don't want to see that. We're going to take care of that. That's all that is. Travis Scott, morally, is wrong for what the fuck he did. And if people sue him, then that's on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Morally, you saw people out there dying. And back to the drugs, everybody know he on drugs. I feel like maybe he was so high, he didn't realize what he was looking at.
That's what I'm trying to
that-
Because
tell you, bro.
on camera, he
Very
was
true.
clearly looking at the ambulance.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to tell
But
you.
if
He had
he
his
was on
own
acid
show,
or
bro.
something-
He was out his mind. He like, this is what I do every night.
Yeah,
this
he
the
probably-
shit right here is normal to see.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a good episode. y'all.
No, this is great. And this
beautiful.
is super, super great.
This
and,
is fucking beautiful.
you know, maybe they're obviously different things that
It's
we've
like
talked
the
about.
little Uzi, what he on, Demon High.
I mean, that's also like a great segue into what's reflected
Exactly.
in this in culture, like of who
Did you all
are
see the
people that
video?
are leading young people. Yeah,
Oh,
I saw the Lil Uzi Vert,
You seen that shit?
the Demon High.
Mm-mm.
It's like a Blink
Lucifer.
182 satanic like music video. Like they're in a school like doing food fights, and it says God is dead on the walls, and like you're going to hell, and he's drawing upside down crosses on people's heads. Like it's about
You ever seen
as
some shit like that
satanic as you
before?
can get.
That's sweet. I want to see it.
Come on now, big dog.
I feel like he just
You better
a marketing.
stop.
I feel like he just a marketing.
You
genius,
better
and he
stop.
going with the shock factor. And,
Right.
I don't.
Wait a
I don't
minute.
think Lucifer.
Lucifer.
Oh my
Lucifer.
I
god.
don't think
Okay.
he's
Hey.
I don't think he's a demonic person at all. I think he's a young kid that figured out how to make money off of the shock. You know what I mean? Just like what's his
So
name?
he
The
don't
gay
understand
guy.
he doing demonic shit.
What's the
huh?
gay guy?
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
He know how y'all gonna react to the gay
Right.
shit.
But-
That's why he keep doing it. Lil Uzi know how y'all gonna react.
But is
Exactly.
he
It's not
responsible
so you
in any
accepting
way?
that shit, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he responsible in any way
Think
for
that shit cool, man? That
that-
shit ain't cool.
I mean, it's we've been seeing
He's
it.
smart.
You know that shit ain't cool.
He's smart. He getting money.
We've been seeing that in rock and roll for a long time. I
Right.
mean, just
Like I
the
said about
satanic
White Boy Rick.
stuff.
How come the white boys get to do it? And we get.
But there's a
Motherfucker,
huge-
They've been doing this shit for
Man,
years.
exactly.
There's a
and
huge
nobody
crossover
They
cares.
should have
taking
kept it
place.
over there then. Now they bringing that shit to the hood, bro. We
well,
don't
and
like
that's
that shit.
there's a huge crossover taking place between hip hop and rap, mostly rap and rock and roll. Like you hear guitars,
Yeah, because
on
rappers
beats
need
now.
to be getting paid like them rock and roll dudes be getting paid.
but just I'm even saying just sound wise, like those two are merging. Like
Yeah.
what you said, I think you said earlier, Travis Scott wanted to be a rock star. Like in that moment, like he was rocking it out. But like you see people like Juice World and Uzi and these younger guys, they're dressing like rock stars. They're wearing Nirvana t-shirts. They're incorporating like
Man,
electronic
the thing about
guitars
it,
in their
though,
beats. So
What I
think,
like about it is it shows that we don't all have to be wearing and listening to and doing and watching the same fucking thing.
yeah.
Like that's what I like about it. Like if Lil Uzi actually listened to Metallica or AC/DC or whatever the fuck you want to listen to,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's
Like, you know what
definitely okay.
Like,
I do
I
like
don't
that.
I don't like how black people be like.
It's just something
oh,
new,
you
though.
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
This nigga weird.
And that's sort
I
of-
ain't weird.
yeah.
I just don't like what you like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's definitely weird though.
he just don't
Even
like what you like.
even people that do that's weird. Like
He like anime.
no, I don't care if the nigga black or whatever. The nigga definitely weird.
Yeah, the video,
It's definitely a weirdo.
the music video was over the top. It was definitely like
I can't believe
shock
JT
value.
fucked with this nigga, man. That's what fucking me up.
I also
City
think
girl.
I
'Cause
think
she
it
know how
comes.
smart he is.
Yeah,
Well, he probably is a genius.
he's like a Lil
but
Wayne.
he's still doing.
Here's
some
the
crazy
thing: girls
ass
love
shit.
the sad artist archetype. They love that shit. Like he's sad and rich and intelligent and flawed and is aware of it and is not afraid of his darker side. And girls fucking love that shit. They
You
love
know
the
how
rock
it would
star
be if
tragic
you went
character.
To school and you saw a dude like when we was going to school, Dre. If you saw somebody wearing like a Pokemon book bag and
Nigga getting smacked.
AC/DC T-shirt, and they listening to they Walkman, and they listening to Green Day, like you said, he
about to
gets
trick
smacked.
that nigga. Bitch,
Just
hey,
because,
give up the goddamn backpack.
right? See, just because he's different. Uzi making it to where that shit is normal now, so them niggas ain't gotta
that
get
shit
smacked no more.
No, fuck
being different.
LSD versus not LSD. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
dog.
But
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he made it to where, like, it's safe for those type of dudes now.
Yeah.
Ain't safe.
I think that's come
You know what I
across.
mean?
That's a thing that's happened all across the board. Like bullying. Think about like comedies in the early 2000s, like shoving kids in lockers and food fights and shit. And like the bully character was still like cool, like the Chad type character.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's not cool across the board to like bully people or like
They don't even make bully people in movies anymore unless they doing like a flashback to the 80s or something.
totally, because and I'm not saying kids don't get picked on still, because kids
And I'm
do
not
get
saying
picked on,
that
but
bullying is
It's
wrong.
always, hey man, I don't give a
Sometimes-
fuck what they not making. It's always got to be a bully around.
That's what I was just gonna say. Bully builds character. You
Yeah.
always need.
So
Everybody
fuck all
can't be
that,
nice.
I'm
Somebody
saying it's
gotta
not
tell
being
you.
glorified anymore the way
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
It ain't gonna be glorified
And
because
it shouldn't
everybody
be.
bitches now. You know what I'm saying?
We found the bully in the room.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't
just
trying
kidding.
to bully nobody.
I'm just kidding.
It builds character.
It does. It's also good to feel resistance, and like it it builds character. That's it. Conflict builds character.
100. Shit.
Speaking of bullying,
Calico.
yes, you knew where I was going with it, dude. Did you see this Calico surf rap battle shit?
TSU, sir.
Oh yeah.
Hold that boy life. I loved it. Every
Calico is a killer.
And the thing is, I'm not really into the battle rap shit, but when I seen that skit right there,
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was. I don't think
It
that
was,
was a skit.
I
That
always
was
love
real
battle
deal
rap,
shit,
man.
wasn't it?
It was a conference before the battle rap, and Calico was like, "I'm a rapper," like all this shit, and Surf said something to the effect. He got really in his feelings, like he was
Right.
really upset. He was
So
like,
this is what they
"If you
used to
got
do,
shot
right?
6 times, like you wouldn't survive." Like he called Calico out, and he was like, "Your daddy was a gangster. You're not a gangster. Like I've been fucking through
Loaded
this and
Lux
this."
did
And,
that too.
and like
I'm saying,
Calico
though,
was quiet.
So this is what
afterwards.
they do though. Like before matches,
They research.
they just sit down and they have like a little fight off, like how boxing do. Huh?
Yep. Or UFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what the fuck that was. That really was some real shit.
Yep.
Huh?
And-
he got on that nigga ass, dog.
It was.
He
it
like
got
nigga.
heated.
Wait. Let me see. Calico from what? Detroit, right? And TSU from what? New Jersey.
Yep. New Jersey.
Okay. So he like, hey man.
Calico got Surf in his feelings though. Like you could tell he upset him, and then Surf went like he's like, just because you were born in the hood doesn't mean
No, this
you're
would
a hood.
fucked Surf up though. He like, man, the nigga Calico like, nigga, the only reason why you can't drive in cars without tinted windows because niggas trying to kill you.
That's what he said.
That nigga Surf said, nigga, you think that's something to play about, nigga?
Yeah.
Because niggas trying to kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was mad.
And he went
as
off.
fuck.
He went off on a
He
10-minute
nigga,
tangent.
Nigga, your daddy was hurt. You a bitch, nigga.
Yeah. Like he
Nigga, I got shot. Nigga, you would have died off that
he
shit,
spoke for
bitch.
10 minutes straight and didn't let anyone else.
He
Like
was on
Calico,
his ass.
he was mad.
And then the end, it fucked me up.
what? Where?
What he say at the end, Josh?
I can't remember, man. But he
And
was.
then I guess somebody came out the back on the backstage and shit, and it was a baby, and the nigga said, "Oh, they go my baby." Why you getting talk shit?
yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. And
They
you know
go my
what?
baby.
We haven't seen the
nigga
actual
Surf still
battle
on his
because
ass.
it's on
He tried to
Patreon.
change the subject and shit.
But Calico's been live a couple times, and everyone was saying that Surf went 2-1 against him. And Calico, like, I guess, like stuttered and forgot his lines in round 3. So I tried to find it on Reddit. I might just end up paying for it because I do like Calico, actually. Like,
Calico is
I think
sweet.
he's super
I think
talented.
everybody be recycling bars against him though, like talking about his dad and shit. That's some Loaded Lux shit.
Yeah.
It was sweet when Loaded Lux did it, but damn, they ain't got nothing else to say.
Surf was
Well-
just mad. And I think, like, this ties into the bully conversation of just, like, rap battling is bullying each other. Like, you guys, you go toe-to-toe and there's some fucking conflict. Like,
well, he won that battle.
he
So
won
I guess
the conference for
I guess
sure.
we'll see how did the shit go to take.
We got to watch it.
Okay.
But people have been saying 2-1 Surf, 2-1 Surf.
I don't like that shit though. Like, why the fuck do niggas want to sit up and go through that type of shit for money?
Well, even Kay Scheming, like when we interviewed him,
I love battles.
Kay was like, he grew up, like he started battling.
Yeah, he did.
And
I remember smacking.
What did he say?
DVD.
Because he said he stopped doing it, right?
he said, I can't remember why he said he stopped doing it, but he was like on BET or some shit with a group. And we have him on one of our episodes in the interview, but he was talking about how exciting it was just like going in and like you're just off the cuff and you know like it's crowd control and you're in the moment.
It's
not
for
like
certain people.
It's for certain people.
Tayshaun, he was definitely that type of person in school. He wanted to blaze. He was into that type of shit. So it's, I guess it take a certain type of person
totally
that can be in that type of field.
I enjoy watching it. I think it's exciting and like those guys are masterclass with their wordplay and they study their opponent and they just eviscerate each other and then shake hands afterward. It's like what a cool fucking sport.
I used to watch them Smack DVDs all the time, and Diddy used to have niggas battling Murder Mook or Jay Mills and Murder Mook outside the Bad Boy building.
That's when I was asking you, bro. You said you ain't know about Ill Will.
I do know about Ill Will.
Remember I was asking him, he like, man.
I think I didn't know about it.
I thought you was talking about like a new nigga.
Oh no, I was talking about
You
Ill
talking
Will.
about Nas homeboy? Yeah, he named his company. Oh yeah.
No,
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Don't know who that is.
You're right. I thought you.
We thought you were talking about the Nas.
It's two Ill Wills. Yeah.
I'm talking about the battle rapper from Pontiac, boy.
No.
Tell us about him.
What it is?
Is he
a
famous?
Battle rapper. Yeah, he won on BET on 106 Park.
Is that who K was with?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I gotta revisit that episode.
You remember Blind Fury?
Mm-hmm.
Blind Fury was sweet back when they used to do the battles on 106 Park.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The nigga Ill Will won on there.
What's the Asian dude name that they signed to DMX in Rough Riders? The Asian
I don't know.
dude.
Yeah, the Asian nigga?
Yeah, he was sweet. That's what I'm saying. He was on 106 Park. And he was going on there blazing people every week.
Shit.
Think of lying,
I like
bro.
Pat Stay.
You talking about
Pat Stay is funny, man.
What's his
Lee?
name?
On
No,
Predator's
man.
Grave?
I'm not sure what his name
What
is.
is this nigga talking about?
He's just an Asian dude, or
Yeah, he got signed to Rough Riders. That shit was sweet though.
have you done any battle rap?
You know what? Rapping when I was coming up a long time ago, I did do that shit like just to fuck around, like at the school table and shit. But I would never
Get on stage.
Them niggas take that shit to, like battle rappers are on a whole nother level lyrically than regular rappers.
I agree.
They are.
A lot of regular rappers cannot step into the ring with none of these dudes.
Yeah, they're like lyrical geniuses. Dude, there's been a lot of conflict this last week. Did you guys see the Freddie Gibbs academics beef, the Twitter beef?
Jin was his name, by the way. The Asian Rough Rider. You remember
Jin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he was cold back in the day. Never mind.
We gotta look that shit up.
It's cold. Him and Blind Fury.
I know Blind Fury.
I'll watch that shit tonight. I like watching old battle raps.
What kind of bars he was saying?
He held it down for like.
All right, I want to talk about Freddie Gibbs and academics.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So I think Freddie, I don't know if he's battle rapped or not, but I think he would be fucking killer. But him and academics were fucking fighting via Twitter.
God.
I said,
they fighting though.
Academics is a bitch. I call him Sympedemics. Anytime he goes live, I just get in his chat and I'm like,
what's wrong with him though? Why is he such a bitch? Like, what is he doing? Like,
you've watched Academics.
I've seen him. Like,
he be trying to get a
is it really because
totally?
I want to see if everybody on the same page. Like, he a bitch because he always trying to start shit. He always in the middle of every damn.
Yeah, and he's
just to make money off of it.
Right. I think he creates
and
his
then
own
he'll
drama.
Sit with anybody, but he think he got to be respected.
Yeah, he was saying some really
definitely
fucking
a bitch,
hoe ass shit to Freddie though, and Freddie was like, he said all kinds of shit like, I'll beat your. He went from like, I'll spin you to, we can fight each other to, and academics was just retweeting just Frederick, calling him Frederick, and like just
that type of
saying
person,
all stupid
bro.
Shit.
That type of man. He think he can just talk shit to people and get away with it. I bet you if he see that man in person, he wouldn't talk like that.
And that's sort of what Freddie was saying to him. Like, you know, he said, this is the rap game. I'm going to see you eventually. That's what Freddie said.
Guess what academics go do?
He said,
police.
Frederick, you should have just said this to yourself in front of the mirror with your bald-headed ass before you jumped out the window talking about, I could have smoked academics. Seen how much of a fraud you are, you want to stop tweeting about I'ma see you. Should have never tweeted, you fraud. Your dad was a cop.
Man, he is such a clout chaser.
He is. And he's a drama starter. And like there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, he fucked him up with that though.
Academics to me, like he's just like a drunk. Like, and there's nothing wrong with drinking, but like he just gets drunk on stream and just talks in circles.
Yeah.
He's not enjoyable, like as far as like the Joe Budden, Rory, and Maul, like
Oh
no
my God.
jumper
What's up with Joe
academics.
Budden,
But oh man,
Joe
do you
Budden,
think
bro?
he meant it? Because did you watch the clip or did you just read the headlines
I
that Joe
saw the
Budden is
clip,
bisexual?
man. I saw the clip, man. I don't know.
Do you think he's just trolling? Because I think that could backfire on him if he is.
I think he got serious mental illness, and
Definitely does.
he needs to take his medicine because he also don't need to be in front of a fucking microphone all the time.
Yeah, man.
Like, stop talking.
He's like a textbook narcissist.
I do remember, though, this is funny to me because I remember him and Consequence got into a fight on stage a long time ago, and Consequence snatched his phone and was reading text messages from his phone, like reading them from the inbox, saying that he was getting sexually explicit messages from a dude. And I was like, okay, Consequence going too far now. Ain't nobody gonna believe that shit, but now I'm kind of like,
Say so. The nigga
shit,
really is. He
Consequence
wasn't
really
bullshit
knew.
hunt. The nigga really is gay hunt. But he admitted it though, didn't he?
He kind of did, but he kind of didn't.
It also feel like, again, clout chasing.
Probably.
It's like,
but
are you just trying to get fucking
but man,
viewers?
don't no big dog play like that.
No, but the Joe Budden thing. Okay, so headlines came out. You sent me that shit. It said Joe Budden comes out as bisexual. I'm like, of course. Like this explains all his like pent up rage and like his, him being a weirdo. And he's a very sexual dude. He's always talking about paying for sex and going to these underground clubs, where he can get away with all this weird shit. Whatever, do your thing, dude. But then I watched the episode. And this happened to air right around the same time that Rory and Mal put out their first November episode after their $10 million deal, his old co-host, for everybody that's not aware. And then Joe Budden does this. I like guys and I like girls. So what? Tell the whole world. And lets it snowball into this headline thing, takes the spotlight, puts it on him. All of a sudden, Joe Budden comes out as bisexual. And then he tweets
Clout
a bunch of
chasing,
cryptic
man.
shit that's clout chasing, and he still hasn't verified whether he is or isn't, like we even care, really. You know what I mean? But obviously that's going to get a headline.
So if he is clout chasing,
It's going to
why
backfire.
is he clout chasing?
Correct. And that goes back to Chris going, he's mentally ill. And he really is. And maybe he shouldn't be in front of the microphone. Like, if you are joking, or if you said that out of context, you're dumb. That's not going to get you any kind of good publicity or press. The LGBTQ community is going to fucking snap back at you.
Like they always do.
Yeah, why even make the joke, though? Like, there's nothing
feel like,
funny about being bisexual. But also, if Consequence was right and Joe is... Because Joe's one of those guys that will spin it both ways. He'll talk out of two sides of his mouth at the same time.
Two sides of his mouth.
Totally.
Like
He
a
will. Both sides
bisexual.
of his mouth. Like but it struck me in such like a... Just... He's fallen off. And without Rory and Mal, like Ice and Ish, nothing against his new co-hosts, they're just bland. They're like older dudes that just kind of like sit there subservient to Joe's neuroticism and madness and just sort of like, they just look scared, where Rory and Mal would stand up to him and deal with all of his bullshit. Those guys are the podcast that I watch now. New Rory and Mal, that's like what we're on. Like they're awesome. Like I love, but Academics was also super, super shitty via Twitter to Rory and Mal when they were all breaking up with the Joe Budden thing.
Jealousy.
He was calling Millie Mal and spelling Rory's name wrong, calling them workers, Academics. He was saying that they'll be nothing without Joe Budden, all this shit, calling them workers, saying their careers were dead, retweeting all this shit. He was saying more about it than any of those three guys were saying about their own situation. And then, boom, $10 million deal for Rory and Mal. Academics is fucking wrong.
So maybe, guess what? They all work together, Jack.
No, they don't. I'll tell you that.
How would you
well,
know?
they do in the sense of like,
They're in the
cloud
same field.
they're in the same field and likes and
Exactly.
views.
So he probably said,
equate.
"Hey, talk that
no,
shit."
there's no conspiracy there. Like, there's just not.
It's always a conspiracy.
Well, there's one to be made, but that doesn't mean there's one to be had. Like,
Look at Jack. He like, wait a minute now, Drake.
we can go back down the LSD rabbit hole if you want to talk about conspiracies, but I'd rather talk about Kanye West, which is probably an example of what LSD can do when it goes wrong with that haircut
Unwrap.
and those new boots.
It's a lot to unwrap with that Kanye interview. Y'all go first.
I
What
just
you think about it, Josh?
he's weird, man. I
weird?
can't. I feel like people are on edge around him, and they don't know when to laugh, or when he's serious or when he's not. Like that's what I took from the Drink Champs thing. Like I don't even know if Big Sean knows if he's serious or not.
What's wrong with that?
I think it's I think it's similar to what Joe Budden's doing with the bisexual thing. It's not being clear, and there's something just inauthentic and weird about that. Like maybe he has a misdiagnosed or mistreated mental illness, but like I don't really want to see that on Drink Champs and that haircut. Like it just seems like something's wrong with his personality. Like he can't commit to something. And if that is true, like about what he said about Big Sean, that he didn't support him in the presidential race, which was a fucking joke to begin with.
Exactly.
Kanye running.
Okay.
And then for Big Sean to like tweet and be like, yo, I was just with him a week or two ago.
No, he
What
said he
the
was
fuck?
with him right after that.
Right after it. And for Kanye to look at him and smile and be like normal and shit, if he means that, that's weird to me.
That
Like,
he is.
everyone's supposed to support you in your presidential race. Like, you've got some neurosis going on there that's just reflective in your haircut.
Well, like I said, it's a lot. What do you think about it?
God damn, man. This nigga Josh just hold that boy.
All right, I was gonna say I got a like a whole different view.
Me
Yeah.
too, man.
Nice.
Me too.
Yeah.
I want to hear yours first.
All right, so what I got from it was, all right. Now I was mad at Donda. I didn't think it made sense. I hate all the Kanye shoes that come out. I think they weird. I don't like the way he dressed or none of that shit. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is why Kanye weird. Also, the haircut was weird.
Damn,
But
yeah.
from what I saw, Kanye's starting to make sense to me. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
You hear me?
Damn.
I get
You hear
it.
me? Look at Josh. He all
get
fucked
it,
up now.
though. Like I get it though. Like I didn't hear no lies. Like all right,
wasn't
so
telling no
like,
fucking
with
lies.
with the Big Sean thing, I don't think he was mad that he didn't support him. I think he's mad that
He mad
he
about
completely
something different.
distanced himself because of that. And he said when they asked him, the question they asked him was, Big Sean or Pusha T? And he said Pusha T he went Democratic too, but he didn't slander him and say that he was crazy and lost his mind. And
Did Big
do
Sean
what
say that?
Yeah, Big Sean was like, I ain't fucking with Ye, he tripping. Basically, when people ask Pusha T, he'd be like, we not voting for the same people, but that's my man's. He also said the same thing about Common and John Legend.
Yeah.
Because they all did get used by the Democrats during the presidential debate. Common and John Legend was in heavy commercials at heavy rallies doing helly shit, and Big Sean was too in Detroit.
Yeah.
So what Kanye is saying is, I changed your life. I took you out of poverty, and your parents know me, and I changed their life.
So whatever I'm
this-
doing, nigga,
And
you
this
better be behind,
election should not destroy our relationship. And that's what I felt he was saying. And being a dude, I love Big Sean. I'm from Detroit, but I feel what Kanye was saying. He said, I still got my red hat on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He
He
still
did say that,
trumping.
didn't he?
He
That's
said,
just
but
crazy to me,
I'm
though.
your man's though. You know what I mean? Like, and that's cool because I mean, I still got friends that still be like, and I know we all got a friend that's still like Republican as fuck.
Yeah.
But they still are friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we shouldn't let our relationships get destroyed over something that happened every 4 years.
But do you? Yeah, that is a totally different take, and I see
You
where
know.
you're coming from. Like, I do think Kanye was clear in other parts, but I also did Big Sean. Like, I want to see the public statement where he denounced Kanye as a person or assassinated his character versus Kanye's perception of Big Sean didn't show me any love while I was running for the presidency of the United States of America
No, he
during
just-
one of my mental illness
I don't
episodes.
think Big Sean was like open.
That's a different perspective.
I don't think he
Right.
was open about like fuck Kanye, but he did drop himself from the label. He did distance himself. He don't talk to him no more. And I have like seen articles where he was just like, I don't fuck with that nigga no more. We don't talk like
Who
that.
said that?
Big Sean.
So,
He said that about Kanye?
Yeah.
well, do you think
Damn.
that?
He ain't worked with him in forever. His albums be produced by Hit Boy now.
But I still thought they had a
Yeah.
Isn't that
relationship situation.
the
with they,
recent election and even the one previous to that was such a tumultuous time where lines were being drawn, and maybe Kanye running for presidency and supporting Donald Trump was the deal breaker for Big Sean, for his morals and ethics and what he believes politically. Like, does he owe him, gratitude and maybe more? I mean, I don't know what they've worked out financially as far as the deals go. Did he change his life? Yes. Does that mean he needs to show public support for him when he runs for president?
No, I don't think he was saying that, that nigga should have voted for me or nothing like that.
But he did bring that up.
He was just saying, like, since he went on that, he decided to go down that route, that's when Sean distanced himself. You know what I mean? I don't think he was saying, like, he had to put on the red hat, too, or nothing like that. Like what he said about Pusha T. Like, he went Democrat, too, but he didn't hold me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they wasn't, like, straight up saying, fuck Kanye West. They was saying shit like, Kanye West need to be in a hospital or he needs to be medicated.
I think he did.
You know what I
still
mean?
think he does.
I don't know. I from shit that he was saying.
Why do we got to be medicated and put in the hospital?
Because, like,
Just
I thought he
something.
was crazy when he was on his presidential debate.
What is he doing?
Right?
Like, what is he causing to fuck everybody else's life up?
Now, look, I got an answer for you. So, when he was on his presidential campaign, right, he did a thing when he was behind the podium. They asked him about abortion, and he just started crying. I thought that was weird, and I was like, that nigga need to be on medicine. He fucking crazy. But in the interview, he talked about the 12,000 acres that he bought in Wyoming, and he built the church and the school, and in there,
why was that?
He's got a fucking orphanage to where if you don't want your kid in Wyoming, you could bring him there, and he gonna raise him because abortion.
And he said with Dr. Sippy,
and abortion in the black community is half of our deaths. 50%. Half the deaths in the black is 50%. So he was like, those tears was real tears. Like, I really feel this way, and I'm just like, damn.
Sometimes
maybe he not that.
Sometimes
crazy.
Kanye does do
Not
like an ace in
crazy
the
at
hole.
all.
He is crazy.
Yeah,
he's
I think
crazy.
He a
than a
weird
motherfucker.
He weird, but most geniuses is crazy.
That's where I was going with it. A lot of crazy people make the best art. They change lives.
Yeah,
and sometimes you're like, wow, you're crazy, but then something like that happens and they have an ace
in
their pocket, and they're like, but this is what level I'm coming from. That's still kind of crazy to me.
I'm pro like abortion. Like, I feel like if you don't want to have your kid, you know what I mean.
I'm not with that shit at all.
And see, there we go.
He not like that.
Yeah,
I'm not either.
And if he gonna take it upon himself to be like, if you don't want your kid, I'll take him.
Yeah,
that's different from me just saying no, fuck it.
No, this shit is layers to this type of talk.
Yeah, I think being
pro
this, pro that, this, that. Yeah. Like, it is what it is.
So you think abortion should just go down?
Yeah, because some people can't control it. Like, what if somebody get raped? You know what I mean?
Okay, well, that's different.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be a law.
It shouldn't be.
I agree with that. Like, you shouldn't have a law like
the government should not have anything to say about what a woman wants.
I don't know. Now that I think about it, damn, they got a law not to kill people. So why wouldn't it be a law not to kill people?
Here's my thing: it's going to happen regardless, no matter what. People have been doing it forever, whether it's morally right or wrong. Instead of banning it and having people do it inhumanely or hurt themselves or kill other people involved, like, don't put a ban on it. Just let things be safe, and we can deal.
Just let people think for themselves.
Exactly. If you want to do it, like,
it's on you.
It's on you. And if you don't, then you don't have to. Kanye has an orphanage for you. And there are other, obviously, situations,
he was
but
talking about
to
so much
ban
shit,
it
though.
is dangerous.
He talked about
it was 2.5 hours. He was talking about how 808s wasn't used in original hip hop because
he was talking about chakras and shit.
The sound waves from the 808s put you in a different type of mind state, and how the CIA came to Bone Thugs and Harmony and tried to get them to make music to get niggas locked up. Like,
and think about
Kanye
this.
more woke than
he said all this shit.
He is, but he's
guess
too
how
woke
much money
sometimes.
He got? $9 billion.
He said he go pay Benny Siegel $50 million because he came up with that
$50 million plus 5% on the fucking stock.
Wow.
Man,
wow!
Just for coming
and
up with
Benny
the name
Siegel
Yeezy.
didn't even know.
Right?
He was like, he didn't even know.
Damn.
I thought about that. Said that boy Benny Siegel planted a goddamn seed, and now it's sprouting.
Wow.
No,
that boy was just playing
what he
coming.
said about Dame Dash.
You know what? You're changing my mind a little bit.
Dame Dash put him on. He said, as long as I'm alive, Dame Dash don't got to worry about shit.
Man,
that's real
there
shit.
were, and I thought we were talking mostly about the Big Sean thing. There were parts
in there.
Bro, Kanye always, like, even with the Joe Rogan, the 3-hour interview, I watched that whole fucking thing. There were parts of it where he was super lucid. And I was like, wow, that's really, really profound.
No.
And then there were other parts where I'm like...
He does go off on tangents. Like, you can tell in the episode that they chopped a bunch of shit that he said out.
It's heavily edited. It's heavily edited.
It's heavily edited. The original shit probably like 5 hours long.
Right,
and that's sort of what I'm getting to. Like, I'm not saying he should be... You know, when we say, oh, he should be locked up and hospitalized and medicated... That's like a blanket statement thing of saying maybe he should get.
Really said that?
No, I'm saying what
people have been saying that about him.
We mentioned it earlier. That you know what I'm saying. Like people are like, oh, Kanye should needs medication or need. What people are saying is he's saying shit where he needs help. Like he needs to be brought back down to earth.
No, so he don't need to be brought no motherfucker.
Obviously not. About, he's doing his own thing.
Fuck would he get
I don't like his music. I don't like his style. I don't like his music. I don't like a lot of his ideas.
You just hate him.
That's what Lauryn Hill said. He was talking to Lauryn Hill. He said, "Yeah,
he said I'm a leader."
But she said, "No, you're a leader, nigga.
But you're not.
You're not the leader."
And that is my problem with him.
He do got people to bring him down to earth.
He has a messiah complex.
Yeah,
that's my main problem with Kanye. I don't like people with messiah complexes.
I feel like every artist, especially hip hop artists, got that.
People do, but you don't understand. He takes it to the next level.
And that's why, going back to the first topic, that's probably what happened with the Travis Scott thing. Travis Scott was in his messiah complex on stage.
Yep.
And just was ignoring danger around him because he was so in that moment
and probably
on
drugs.
Acid.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Just being the big dog. That's all.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to think like that though. Like,
no, it's cool to be a leader and be like, yo, I'm one of like, you know, I'm part of the Justice League, or I'm part of like a team of fucking superheroes or whatever that can change the world, or I'm part of a group of artists. But when you get to the Kanye level of you're riding a donkey into a church emulating Christ, like that becomes sacrilegious to a certain level, and then the donkey kicks you off. That's the universe to me saying, hey man, you're not the leader. That's some like Hitler shit. Like you're, you know, some Mussolini, Stalin, like I am the Messiah. I do think Kanye thinks that about himself.
I do think that too. And I do think that he has,
and I don't like it.
He has the power in his hands right now to start a cult.
And that's one thing that I don't like.
He got the land.
You're right, Josh.
He got the church. He got the schools, and why not?
Yeah, he has all the setup for a cult.
Acres.
He already has one, really. But like, if he started Kanye's cult, like, or you know, like whatever, Ye's school or Ye's, people would line up in droves just to catch some clout or see him or you know be in the same room. But people would follow him. Like if he started putting together an actual philosophy in a book. You know, or a course, a Kanye's spiritual course, people would sign up in droves.
It's fucked up.
And it is. And there's nothing wrong with...
Because he's not really leading people into a right situation.
He is about himself.
To be who they want to be, but he's not leading them into the truth.
No, a real leader is for like... Yeah, he doesn't embody the qualities of a leader that I would look for to somebody that I would go to for advice or consider following even some of their thoughts or ideas. Like he thinks he's the leader, and that's not how this works. We're in this shit together.
Exactly.
Like, the lowest person on the totem pole might have the best idea. You know, like just you're not. I think the God complex thing just immediately.
Yeah, some of that is off-putting.
That's what they did to Jesus, didn't they?
Yeah, but Jesus didn't have.
Yeah, but look, I get what Josh is saying, and some of that is.
He said, "I know this was gonna happen."
But at the same time, some of it is kind of inspirational, like especially being like black and shit. Like you raised to think like, nigga, you ain't gonna make it but this far. You know what I'm saying? They set us a bar, and he's thinking way beyond that. So I like the fact that he's inspiring people to, you know, try to push their limits, but I can see where you saying the God complex gets very dangerous.
He definitely out of order with that. And he'd have to pay for that himself.
And we know that from how many breakdowns he's actually had in the public.
Every person got their personal issues, you know what I'm saying? But he got so much popularity and money and shit, he feel like he can just put this shit out and it's okay to be looked at.
Yeah, and I could see how it would be really, you know, like alluring or easy to slip into that when you have that much money and power and people are paying attention to you. You could really think I'm the chosen one.
The haircut proves that he thinks that he the shit.
It's crazy
because he thought he could rock that shit, and he thought that other people was gonna rock it just because he rocked it. It was like, nah.
And that's how I feel about his
fucked your
clothing
haircut
line.
up.
Like they look like
I
Star
believe,
Wars.
people are gonna start doing
like,
it.
They look like anime
peasants.
clothes.
Yeah, or some of it, but a lot of it looks like if we had a nuclear fallout, like it would be like a Star Wars peasant, like what you would wear, and it's like thousands of dollars. I just don't like the Bart Simpson boots that I sent you guys. That shit's
Trash.
ridiculous, dude. Those yellow boots that he's
It's
dropping.
ridiculous,
it's
but guess what?
crazy.
They're gonna buy it. They're gonna buy it, and
But
they're gonna wear it.
That's reflective of the culture and what we've been talking
And
about
they go
too.
get them damn haircuts.
Why are these guys our leaders? Why are like some of these people
He ain't
like,
no leader. They leader
Because
with
of what
the
I
fuck
He's
just
they
the
said.
leader, actually.
Because what I just
He
said.
think he a leader, bro.
The way he thinks is so
He a leader of the people
inspirational.
that follow him.
It's making
lot of
people
people.
want to push their limits.
Everybody don't follow that dude.
Most people do
a
that.
lot of people do.
Most people.
No,
Like, look at
I would
the-
say probably
look at the
like,
industry.
listen. We don't need to argue that Kanye
Negative
is a major
Influence.
influencer. We
They
don't need to.
follow
It's
him,
not
though.
even an argument.
Who do you see act like him?
Travis
A
Scott,
ton of people.
I'm just bullshit.
yeah, I'm like, we're not even.
A$AP
This
Rocky,
is.
Tyler the Creator.
He's birthed an entire generation of artists and a mentality, and some of it isn't
Wow,
bad.
I
but
never heard that before. So that's the first time I heard that.
What
Because I hear a lot of people say Wayne birthed a lot of.
Oh, he
rappers.
did too.
he did,
So-
and we've talked about.
And
like
Kanye
that.
got his own genre.
He's got his own
He
lane.
do. I just named
Wow.
him. Tyler the Creator.
Yep.
A$AP Rocky. What's the other nigga? Kid Cudi.
Totally. Kid Cudi, yeah, absolutely.
All them niggas.
And now that you saying that, bro, I can go on with
He is.
There's a lot of people.
not
Wayne
no
is like
motherfucking NBA.
yeah,
Just
and-
like how y'all talking about A$AP them, then grab the scenery from Kanye.
yeah. I
You
mean,
got Lil Wayne, then Birth Thug,
Lil Uzi.
Uzi,
for
all
sure.
them little niggas,
Uzi.
man.
And then you have like 50 Cent and Eminem, and that you can see lanes of people
Exactly.
that have just
yeah,
you
so
know,
I just
influenced.
that's what I'm saying.
What did you guys? Did you guys get to see the episode 7 of BMF before it got taken down?
I didn't.
I didn't watch it either yet.
I
saw
seen they
clips
put
of
it on
Eminem in it though.
YouTube, but it wasn't gonna be how I wanted to see
Dude,
it.
50 Cent was so mad. He was
mad.
so fucking mad. His Instagram, he posted like a picture of a tiger.
Let me go.
Who else Kanye hold on that interview was Just Blaze.
Just
He roasted Just Blaze.
What did he say?
He said he was a copycat. He said all that nigga did was copy me the whole blueprint. So I was like, damn. And then he was like, look at where he at and look at where I'm at right now.
That's what I'm
I
talking
was
about
like,
with Kanye, man.
damn. But it's true though.
I know, but he doesn't need to say it.
But shit, I ain't
Like
gonna
when you're
lie.
that big and like that to me says he goes home and thinks about shit like that.
Yeah.
He worries about like other people underneath him and like, oh, they did this, but look where I am and look where like you're already there. You're huge. Like
He said the
don't
same
worry
thing about
that
Talib
shit.
Kweli.
I don't know. It just shows where
That's
his
what he
mind
was
state
talking
is,
about?
man.
Yeah, because he was like, there was like Common or Talib Kweli. He was like, Common, duh. Y'all never liked how Talib Kweli rapped. He went in on him.
Sheesh.
He said, and fuck him. Because he said, I need to come home. Come home where? He said, you've been single-handedly keeping New York fitteds. He said, Yankee fitteds in business by yourself. How you gonna tell me how to dress, nigga? Fuck you.
Damn. Kanye.
I was dying. And then
He is
then
quick-witted, man. I'll give him
Talib
that.
came back with a response. He said,
What that nigga say?
he said, yeah, man, me and Kanye, we just on two different He said he rap about bleached assholes and I rap about Black Lives Matter, so he probably wouldn't think that I'm that cool, but whatever. Just like, boy, you are right about that. I like Talib Kweli, but he did just make me realize how like overrated his flow is. His flow is kind of overrated.
Say when it's burned, what he be saying?
Just to get by, just to get by. I don't know. And I only know that song because of The Basement. You hear me? Rap City. Oh my God.
Man, that boy just killed me with that one. Wait
Okay,
a minute.
so-
Wait a minute.
So
wait a minute.
BMF?
Hey,
Kanye, what are we on?
Oh, we on Hove. Hove going to the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame Hove.
Hall
Full on.
of Fame. Hall.
Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. As a Jay-Z fan,
What?
that shit hit me right here. For all the viewers, I'm pointing at my chest. That shit be right here. That was a beautiful
It was
fucking moment.
sweet, dude.
Dave Chappelle did it too.
Yeah,
And
Dave Chappelle.
Man, Dave Chappelle inducted him.
that made a statement.
That's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it was such a major hip hop moment, and it just felt good. It felt big for the culture, and
Who was before
I
him?
agree.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J.
You know, they put him
I'm
and
talking
LL
about
Cool
like
J, yeah.
before this year. was
Probably
before
like
both of them?
Prince or something.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, so Jay-Z
No,
and them up there with them guys?
yeah. Tupac.
yo, we could go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's
Jay-Z.
it's
Gotta
four-
go. I
it's-
wanna
it's
see
like
that.
4 hours away.
Jay Z.
it's in Ohio.
He won Songwriter of the Year a couple years.
So he up there with I remember I seen Cadillac Records with Edna James and Muddy Waters.
Yeah,
He in that type of category now.
Hall of Fame Hove.
Shit.
That felt good. And
That
then
I ain't gonna lie,
he
that made me
shouted
wanna do
Damon
that shit
Dash
now.
out. He shouted Damon Dash out, which was
I
big
seen
for the
that.
culture.
I did see that.
I'm tired of them being beefed out as like
but
what
you
I'm
never know
saying?
what happened.
We never gonna know what happened. But as a fan, you never want to see.
Yeah.
That's like seeing Batman and Robin beefing with each other.
Sure.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
y'all
I can dig
Batman,
that.
Robin,
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
But you
I
know,
like seeing people.
You
like,
never
we've
know
talked
if,
about this
um,
before, but like big people and
you
they
never know
have
what
large
happened in these
influence
situations.
putting
though.
their. But I like when people put their shit aside and they put their differences aside and they just like squash
because he
it.
knew he like, damn, I'm in the Hall of Fame
Yeah,
of rock and
he's
roll.
winning.
And I started with this guy, even though we not there
Exactly.
together.
Let's
but
put it
this is
behind
what
us.
the fuck me and him made. You
That
feel
was
me?
real.
I love that. That's
was big dog
That's
talk.
maturity and like it's just. Also, people are watching that, and then they learn from that behavior instead of, oh, well, I did this, and he's a copycat. And
don't
this and
never
that.
do that.
Jay-Z is bigger than that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he's winning, and he can put his shit aside, his differences aside with certain people.
And that's
make
why that
amends,
was
and
big
that's real
for,
character for me.
It is. And that's why that was big for Kanye West to say that about Benny Siegel, giving him that.
He
50.
said,
I
and
hope-
he gave Benny Siegel his flowers and Damon Dash too.
Yep.
yeah.
I
But
heard
I'm
Benny
talking
party.
about this boy want to get that boy $50 million.
Yeah, no, that's
And everybody know Benny broke, so that's a blessing.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Benny Siegel's
like, wow.
fucking broke right now. Like,
We just need more blessings
Yeah.
across the board.
But
with people who
Kanye,
have
he was just
power.
talking so highly of him, and then for this man to be in this position to get
Because
that type of situation for him,
it's
now,
more than just
I
the
hope
name
he do that for him
too,
too.
because
I
you
do
know
too.
Kanye was a little nerd back in the day. He was wearing the pink polo when everybody was wearing throwbacks.
Right, yeah, he was one
He
of them
looked
guys,
weird, and he was in hood ass situations.
he was one of the
fact
guys
that-
that'd be friends with the girls.
Yeah, like the fact
And
that
still don't
Beanie
get
had
no
to
pussy.
give him the name Yeezy was to make him seem more hood, and he always had his back, and he always made sure nothing happened to Kanye. So that was huge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big up right there.
Yeah.
I love love.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Love,
trying to get
love.
at. I love love and I love respect and maturity and like it's cool to see these guys that have the world in the palm of their hands still, be human. So the BMF thing, whatever, 50 went off. He might buy stars.
Okay.
We saw Eminem as White Boy Rick. Just a quick,
I still ain't
clip.
even watched the episode yet.
it's not out. They took it down.
Right.
So I don't know if they're like they're trying to I don't know what's going on there. It just seemed fucked up. I went to watch it yesterday and
So 50 Cent said he want to buy the whole network now.
he said it. I don't know how serious it is, but that's
probably
how,
could.
He probably that's how
I'm
shit
pretty
starts
sure
like
he
that.
could, but
Even if he ain't got it, he could borrow it from Dr. Dre or something.
He could find some investors for sure.
Yeah.
shit, I love that. I'm loving that he did that. So he really mad about this shit that happened yesterday.
He said
huh?
something like episode 7 was the best thing I've directed to date. These shithead people at Stars put the fucking episode out for 3 hours and then took it down. This is not okay. When I get uncomfortable, I make everybody uncomfortable. Now who's getting fired? Until you figure that out, don't call my phone, respectfully.
He pissed.
Super mad.
So so it seemed like they played him then.
He's just
I love when I see black men bullying huge.
Why didn't they put
corporations.
it 100?
I love seeing.
But why
that.
did that happen though? Like why would they even do that whole ass shit?
I don't know. I think it had something to do with the rollout of the other shows.
It says they ruined the anticipation of the episode I directed. I worked hard on this. It does have something to do with the other shows, and somebody fucked it up. They were supposed to wait a week, because it's the second episode before the season finale. But
Exactly. You always supposed to do that.
he said episode 7 of BMF is the best work I have done directing to date. I'm disappointed that Stars handled this so poorly. I used my personal relationships to make things happen they couldn't have made happen without me. At Eminem, thank you for doing this for me. I love you, bro. You know I'm rolling with you till the wheels fall off. And then he posted some clips from the episode of Eminem in character, but
they don't even
he's got like 3 or 4 separate posts at Stars. So
I don't believe that was Eminem.
I'll
It
show you the
was.
photo. It definitely was.
I can't
He's
wait.
in it.
He had his mustache or something cut off.
Have you seen him at all? Working at Mom Spaghetti?
Mm-mm.
No, nothing yet.
That nigga Eminem.
It'll probably be through soon.
Don't even live no more, bro. That nigga.
So what? This has been the
This
rock
has
star.
been the motherfucking live
was
in
a
the
good
record
one.
room.
It was, man.
Hey,
A lot
like
was
I
said.
tell Josh every time he send me the new episodes, man, we did this one. Like, bro, we do a good job every motherfucking time.
Yeah.
Bro. We doing this shit.
Absolutely.
We in the game.
We're in the game.
Absolutely.
Big man, look at my big man like
far as hell.
my
Yeah,
big
he's
man
locked
like, wait a
in,
minute,
man.
my nigga lock up and
No,
then I'm
that
gonna have to spend
chair,
the
man.
night.
That chair locks you in.
100.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. This has been the Rockstar episode. Take acid. Peace.